Somebody.
I love it how you're wearing the necklace, but you can't even see it.
Bro, the sad part is I've been looking at myself the whole time like, yeah, I'm killing this. I'm killing this right now. Oh, I feel like there was something I wanted to address.
What's up, bro?
So, we have a Discord, right? And our Discord is always popping because we have people from all over the world.
What's up?
And one thing that we're realizing is this. Sometimes the people in our Discord might have some they might take something you say oddly. You have to remember, right now, our content gets seen in over 50 different countries, which means that's a lot of different languages. And a lot of people that actually comment in the comments or actually talk in our Discord don't even speak English. Right. They literally take the stuff that you guys say and put it in Google Translate, and then they respond based off what Google Translate tells them. And the people that comment in the comments, a lot of them were not even English-speaking people. So, like, they literally use a translating app to comment. So, we appreciate you for even going above and beyond to just... That takes a lot of work. So, we definitely appreciate it. But if you somebody that speaks English first, remember that. Not everybody speaks English first. So, based on what you say, blame Google, if anything, or whatever app they're using to translate what you're saying. Because sometimes things get lost in conversation, in translation.
And then you think something...
Yeah, you might think something completely opposite. Just don't. It's just... Again, we have people from all over the world. We literally have like Germany, South Africa, the Philippines, Mexico, Uruguay. Oh, somebody hit me up the other day. They're like, hey, I'm from Uzbekistan. I'm like, well, I don't even know where that is.
Pakistan?
I don't know. Oh. If you're from Uzbekistan...
Why you looking at me for...
I know. I thought you were going to help me out here. Definitely help us out here and let us know. Is it is Uzbekistan in Pakistan? That doesn't sound right at all. That's just we just sound dumb. Anyhow,
is that why we're 5 minutes late?
Huh?
Is that what you had to say? Is that it?
Oh no! So listen to this. I get to work the other day, right? Story time! Anyways.
With the Amicy's.
Welcome to the Reaction Podcast by the Amicy's.
I got one.
So I'm at work today, right? And so this traveling nurse that I've never seen before. Mm-hmm. As soon as I get there, she starts to ask me questions about me. And she knew stuff about me that I was like, I don't know you. How do you... She's like, how's your son? I'm like, my son? She was like, your dog. I was like...
Who are you?
And I was like, oh, he's fine. And bro, this lady was nonstop talking. I literally would go into patients with COVID rooms so that I can avoid this lady. Because this lady was on me all day. And I was like, yo, I don't know you.
She throwing signs.
Bro, she's like, target acquired.
Fire out, Will.
All day. She's like, hey, Arthur. I'm like, hi. At one point in time, bro, she wouldn't stop talking. The doctor literally went like this. I'm trying to complete some charting here.
Side note.
I walk away slowly. I was like, this is uncomfortable for everybody involved here. What happened?
Side note. Is the A silent in Arthur?
Oh. I was just thinking that. Hey, guys, it's Alex.
I'm sorry, carry on.
No, it's just
You were like, who are you?
But again, like there was so much that got tied into this. That I'm probably gonna finish the story in the other.
No, gotta say it. You just go ahead, run.
No, so I go into so we had a bunch of patients that day. I was trying to help her out.
Yeah.
And so one of the patients I went to take care of was like this 80-something-year-old lady, right?
Uh-huh.
So I go in there and I get her blood sugar. Me and the nurse go in there together and we go to get her washed because she hadn't gotten a bath in a couple of days.
Right.
And so, but this lady was very adamant about everything. She's the lady that kept calling me. Who's called that lady?
No.
So that's the lady we're dealing with, right? So later that day, so I work with her. She calls her daughter and told her that there was a man in here, give me a bath, right? So the daughter was like, I don't want a man giving my mom a bath. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, this is great. I don't have to go in there. So I go home after my shift. I come back the next day and she acting like everything's fine. She's like, oh, hey, Arthur. I'm like, oh.
The same lady.
Same lady. Fine. I was like, the nurse can do this for you. I'm only here to get your blood sugar and your vitals. I'm bouncing. I tell those two, I'm not going to go into this room. As the nurse can take care of this all day. So I go home and I get a phone call from one of the nursing assistants. She goes, hey, did you just take care of that lady in your room? Da-da-da-da? I was like, yeah, what's up? She's like, I think apparently this lady called, either the lady called the police or her daughter called the police and told them that I had sexually harassed her. Right? But they don't realize like every room has a camera in there, so I was like, I'm fine. But I was like, what? Right? And so then I think like the detectives showed up to the hospital or something like that,
What?
and they were like, no, that didn't happen. Everything is fine. But so now I'm at the hospital, so I go back to the hospital the next day, and I'm in the COVID unit. I'm like, please don't tell me I have this lady again. So I look at the board, and I was like, oh, thank God I'm the opposite side of the floor, so I don't have to deal with this lady.
And she ends up being over there.
So I go and I'm get my report, and I'm like, okay, this is great. I got my patients. I'm getting my blood sugars, and I was like, oh, 8:39. So I go, hey, I open the door, and as soon as I open the door, this lady goes like this. As soon as I open the door, she goes, Arthur. I'm just like, and I was like this. How? She was on the other side, and she goes, "Oh my God, Arthur, how are you?" Who are you talking to right now? This is the same person. Everything. And then I go, I'm just here to get your blood sugar and your vitals. Check her blood sugar, and I'm doing her vitals, and I'm about to put a thing on her finger. This lady, let me see her hand. She goes like this. Arthur, I don't know what I would do without you. I was like,
anyway, to not get you're like this. You're like, I'm now putting the blood sugar. I am now leaving the room. I was a professional talker. Every time I was going to do her mouth, I literally told the nurse, I was like this. I'm about to go into 39. That's wild, bro.
And I was like, and the reason I was thinking about bringing it up was because I think about it from the perspective of, you know how I'm always like, you have to believe women when things like this happen, when they bring stuff like this to the table. But at the exact same time, I think that there should be a point where when something like this happens and we have proof that this stuff never happened, but the person, it could be a girl or a guy, says something like this happened, that you should be able to sue them to they have nothing left. Because that is something that can ruin somebody's life,
especially if they don't have they don't have like the camera.
Yeah,
and they'll be like, oh, well, she said this, and she's our patient, so therefore we're going, because they always pick a patient over.
Oh, for sure. But I was thinking about it from that concept. I was like, really? Because that is crazy. Because like as soon as I heard it, I was like, wait, what? So that's literally why I was like, I gotta tell them this information. But I was like, I gotta tell the podcast for the people to understand how crazy some of these people. Some of the, again, this is the problem, is that we're getting patients that are that have dementia and all that, like all these different things, mental health wise. That I'm like, this is I'm a cardiac nursing assistant. I take care of cardiac patients. They have nothing to do with cardiac, but because they put us in the COVID unit, we have to take care of whatever they give you. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, what is happening here?
Bro, I kind of don't want to do CNA. I'm not going to lie.
Bro, it's, some of these people be crazy. Anyhow, guys, that's why I was 5 minutes late. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us and actually checking out Storytime with the Amicy's. If you had enjoyed that past clip, just know in the future there's going to be more to come. And remember, at all times, don't cheat yourself. You see this hoodie? And keep it Amicy. Peace!
I live inside my own world of make-believe.